There's a new hack or cheat again, guys, inside of Clash Royale. I'm going to get into what it is, who I guess is spreading this cheat, and apparently this is only the start, guys. There's going to be way more of this coming soon, they have said, in 2 or 3 days. So let's get right into it. So basically, guys, there's a hacker on ladder right now placing fake graveyards to try to bait you into wasting Elixir on it. So I'm going to roll the clip and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. As you guys can see here, this drill player is playing against a giant graveyard deck, but look at this. Notice this graveyard placed on the left. Now you might think, okay, he might be having connection issues, this is lag or something, but that is not the case, guys. As you can see, this graveyard is fake. It isn't spawning any skeletons. It's to try to bait you to use your spells on top of it, basically, and then the real graveyard is on the right. So it kind of makes you second guess yourself and wonder if, you know, it's gonna spawn skeletons or not, and this is definitely gonna fool you at the start of games, and then you can wait and play the actual graveyard. And of course, guys, it's from none other than Generic Name. Now I don't know if he made the hack officially, but he's the one spreading it. And, you know, people are asking, why would you even do something like this? This is just a blatant, you know, instant ban, skill issue, and that's just Evo Graveyard. It makes a decoy like the God Barrel. They're just reusing ideas. So basically, guys, there's a lot of people as well, guys, that have experienced it. It's not just him. How does this game get worse every update, bro? This shit happened like 3 times in this game. It's not even my Wi-Fi. So basically, guys, it happened to this player as well. As you guys can see, let me roll the clip, where basically what happens is a fake graveyard gets placed on the king tower, and as you can see, it forces him to go for guards. It baits Elixir out of him, essentially, and nothing spawns, so he just wasted guards on nothing. It basically was a 0 Elixir graveyard, completely fake, right? So he just played like a decoy graveyard, basically. The real one comes in when his guards are out of cycle, and then he's completely cooked, as you would expect. And what is this guy talking about? Why would you place guards for that? Bro, no one knows if it's fake or real. What is this cornball talking about, bro? Like, are you banned from society? Because if not, dude, that has to be rage bait. That's probably rage bait. And if it is, then they did a good job of that. I'm not going to lie. And then, you know, people are posting wins, guys, against, you know, the hacker, revenge versus the hacker. People are happy about beating them. Obviously, they're advertising it, Discord in the bio, apparently, guys. And this is Generic Name, the guy that was also behind some of the hacks we've seen previously that have been patched. So now there's new ones coming back. And, you know, he's advertising the hack basically where it's the fake graveyard. Now, the bad news is this apparently is only the start and there's more hacks coming. But, I mean, hey, guys, if the game's in a bad spot and everything's going downhill, I mean, why not add, you know, hacks on top of it, right? And it's just adding more fuel basically to all the fire right now. And, you know, some people are pretty mad, like, the bro's going to be milking this shit for the next 10 days for views. I'm telling you, why are you doing this? Is it because you don't like Supercell's decision with Clash Royale? You're messing with them? I respect it if so. You know, useless, not worth the ban, but cool, cheap, bro. It'll help you make TikToks. You know, why you spam like 8 graveyards, the opponent will just rage quit so you can win easily. And, yeah, I mean, it's a little goofy, but people say, guys, or Generic Name, excuse me, said here, not just with fake graveyard, you can do it with fake Expo or Dark Goblin, the bridge, or fake Minor Poison or fake Rocket, your own King Tower. If anyone wants it, feel free to read this. And it was already taken down, apparently. And apparently it's a cheat. It is a cheat, basically. You know, you're literally fucking dumbass. It was fun the first time, but now you're just selling more of these cheats. Touch some grass and get a real job. Pathetic. I don't know how old this guy is or even if he's able to get a real job or anything, but as you can see, if you go to this, the post has been withheld in all countries for copyright reasons, so they already copyright striked it. Supercell did that immediately, basically, and he said, if y'all don't like this, I don't know how you're going to deal with the other exploits we're releasing, legitimately about to ruin the leaderboard. No more details until we're released. Supercell already patched 3 of our beloved exploits, will not let them vet more. Bro really made a quote tweet on my post to advertise selling his hacks. Yes, I did, and I'll do that every time you post about my exploits. Damn, bro, this guy, oh my gosh, man. I have to say, I mean, he does a good job of rage baiting annoying people. So some information about him, he's from Nepal, apparently. He, account based in South Asia, so that's how you know that is where he's located. Twitter did add that feature. I think he's like 16 years old, I want to say. I think he does take a lot of credit more than it's deserved because GitHub is where you get it. GitHub, and I've heard from other people that anyone could find these, so it's mostly just he's found them on the site and then he's spreading them to other people. That's what I know. I don't know if he's like the mastermind behind all this. Like, I think he might get a little more credit in that regard than he deserves. But again, I don't know entirely for sure. And CRL Intel posted here and he said, and he replied to it, get ready to make another post in 2 to 3 days. I'm so back, guys. This is just the start. So what I wanted to talk about too is Generic Name called me out where he said Clash Royale's dying and I'm milking it for views. This was about a few weeks ago, by the way. I know there will be no impact from this video as my relatively small audience isn't enough to cause a major change. If only I had context to literally every Supercell creator and I could convince them to do something meaningful. So I replied to this basically and I said, you want to talk about milking a situation for views. You only made this tweet because you're mad I didn't work with you to do a video on Viego, so you had to go to your buddy Nadvar to do it. You complain about farming likes when you literally asked for likes to reveal a cheat in the game. So he basically made this tweet about me because I didn't work with him to do this video. And he did reply to me and he said that, yeah, and basically, guys, he was asking for likes to make info public about a cheat. So I just found it very hypocritical. You know, the hypocrisy is very clear here because he's asking for likes to reveal a cheat that's going to break the game, right? And, you know, he's saying, like, I'm milking views. So he's doing the same thing for cheats. He said it's unrelated, I'm not mad at you, and he says that, but like let's be honest, if I worked with him and did the video, he wouldn't have made this tweet. I'm willing to bet that because everyone has bias, and you know, it would have obviously strengthened my connection with him. He would have had, you know, just more, he would have just seen me in a more positive light if I worked with him to do the video with him, essentially, because then he would have gotten attention and, you know, credit, and just more people would have known him, so he would have been grateful for me working with him is what I'm trying to say basically. And yeah, this is the farming likes I'm referring to because he basically said that, you know, he's just farming likes from public outrage, and he was accusing SK of doing that when he basically does the same thing for the cheats. So a lot of people think he's a cornball basically in the Clash Royale community, which is why, as you can see, there were a lot of people hating on him in the comments, like, you're so weird, naive child, doesn't know how things work. I understand your frustration, but there's literally nothing we can do. And yeah, you see there's a lot of people, you know, just telling him to like shut up, like laughing emojis. Like, it's definitely more hate than support, which also kind of makes me think there's a good chance this is like botted, because I find it having a hard time believing you got this many likes when majority of the comments are hating on it. But I mean, he does do a good job of rage baiting people. What I will say though is when he's referring to this, if only I had context to literally every Supercell creator and I convinced them to do something meaningful, I want to talk about this specifically to round this video out. So recently, me and Alt, I actually, B-Rad was included in this group chat because I had a feeling he would maybe want to help me and Alt. We actually were going to make a group chat soon with all the largest creators in Clash Royale, maybe like 20 to 30 creators that are all considered the largest creators in the game. So this would be people like OJ, Riley, Ian, Ken, Juicy J, and obviously a lot of these and more. I'm just giving some examples, and obviously a lot of these large creators wouldn't be willing to do this, but I had an idea recently, me and Alt had an idea where we're going to try to get as many large creators on board as possible to try to protest some of the recent decisions in the game. And our idea is to basically not upload for a month, take a month break off of YouTube, because if we're not promoting the game, that negatively affects Supercell, the larger creators. But I'm going to look like a clown if I do it myself. I'm willing to take a month break off of the game. I can go a month without uploading videos. I'll admit I don't have millions of dollars like a lot of the large creators do, but I have more than enough money to go a month without uploading videos. So creators larger than me obviously are able to do the same, because most of the large creators in this game, guys, are millionaires or very close to it, and they're young for that matter too, and have that much money. So there's not really any excuse like it'll affect their livelihood a ton or it's what they do for a living. So that's why I'm going to see how many creators we can get on board, and I'm actually going to try to make an impact, because unlike a lot of other creators, I actually am a pretty honest person, and I try to, you know, put my money where my mouth is, basically. I do tend to follow through with things. So we'll see how many creators we can get on board. We'll see if B-Rad is interested in working with me and Alt to try to organize everything. But we did have some ideas coming because we do want them to make some changes to the game, especially with heroes and progression. So we'll see if we can get any other creators on board. But if we can't get a larger creator on board, like Ian, Riley, OJ, for example, then quite frankly, it's a waste of time because I consider myself a medium-sized creator. So if I just stop uploading videos for a month, it's not going to do anything. We would need to get some other creators to help out as well. And if they're not willing to take a whole month off, then at least as many creators talking about just the update and criticizing recent decisions would go a long way. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And thanks again until next time, guys.